Hello everyone, I'm Oracle Unicorn, and welcome. This is a timeless reading for Capricorn. Please keep in mind this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Put some things in your back pocket. You never know, you might need it for later. Okay. Going through some emotional things. I literally, for a minute, thought I was not going to be able to pull off doing my videos, and I was like, nope, because doing my videos make me feel better, so I'm gonna do my videos. And I'm sitting here listening to one card reading, getting my stuff ready, and my cat decides to go at my box. And then I was watching her. I was like, okay, please don't think it's a litter box. Please don't do that, because she started putting her paws in it and pulling up cards. And I was like, all right, I'm interested. And she pulled out 3 moon cards. Not just one. She pulled out one, I picked it up. She pulled out 2 more. So she gave me 3 moon cards. And then she pulled out a different card from a different deck. And it's my new shaman deck. I have not used for my videos too often because I have not done enough, or I haven't put much initiative into learning this deck. And I don't know, I haven't felt it. I haven't felt its call. I haven't felt I feel like there's some certain lessons that I need to go through. Then it will call me to it, and then I'll understand certain things that I'm supposed to pull in for the message. That's usually how I kind of communicate with my cards in such a way. But I decided to leave it out. And not that those messages weren't beautiful. I did put the moon cards back up. That was really cool because it was a new romantic cycle is about to begin. And tomorrow is my birthday. So yay. Happy early birthday. Happy birthday all Aquariuses. And happy belated birthday Capricorns. I usually don't say happy birthdays on a lot of these. But anyway. So yeah, tomorrow. And I decided to go ahead and make this card Capricorn's message. Decided not to put it up because it was the only she literally only pulled one out of it. And it's weird because it's easy. Okay, I gotta do it this way. Okay, it's literally easy. She was putting her hands through here and to pull these cards, which the moon cards are right here. She didn't do it over here. Now these shaman cards are literally right here in between. She stuck her paw in between them and pulled one out. And so I decided to take it. So that's actually where that one was. And so I thought that was really important, especially since how it was in a very small space, and a cat, of all things, have a mind of their own. And I just feel that's like an omen to me. You don't come across that very often, especially pulling 3 cards out of the top of, I was like, what do you think, it's a cat box? And then I just let her pull the cards out, and then she just kind of walked off the box and walked away. And I was just like, no, apparently you had a message for me. I was like, all right, I can dig this. So I'm going to go ahead and read this one to y'all before I start. And I thought this was it almost made me choke and cry. All right. All the water birds are medicine. If followed, they lead you to water, the essence of life. The kingfisher in particular represents healing. One would wish any wound, physical or psychological, would mend as quickly as the water's surface after a Fisher King's dive. The Fisher King is like the interpreted warrior that you are. To solve your problems, you move deeply beneath the surface of your emotions into the troubled waters, searching for early reasons and conditioning that cause you pain. This blue medicine signifies the blue water, the deep blue water of your emotions. Which is interesting because going through a lot of emotional depths, which is one of the biggest reasons why last week, even though I wasn't working, I didn't do any of my readings. I was going through extreme, deep emotional blue waters within myself, and facing kind of like the rooting cause of certain triggers that are going on. It's like, yeah, I have emotional kind of turmoil going on over fighting for my son's rights, and things not going all that well, especially, when it comes to me, and I like to smoke weed. So that's not going over too well. And now I'm grounded to my room before a court hearing. So can hang out with friends. And so I thought that was interesting. And I was like, I know this isn't because like I'm crying because I freaking feel like I fucked up and made a mistake and smoked weed before the court hearing and then this, that, and another. It's going to make things harder. And it's like, yeah, I understand it's going to make things harder. But also it's like, I don't have custody for one. I'm not trying to take custody for two. And I just kind of want to live my life dealing with a disorder that apparently they can also take my rights over, which is being bipolar. But I'm not in and out of a fucking mental hospital or slicing myself up. It's like I'm obviously in a controlling factor with it. I just get extremely depressed. So I thought that was interesting. I was like, so what's the root of all that as to why it still bothers me so much? It's like, okay, yeah, I can understand that bothering me, but it doesn't get me as deep as the literal word of this card, worthiness. I fell into tears. I was like, that's the root of it. I never felt worthy. Never felt worthy to just be me. I never felt worthy enough that I was like I was good enough of a daughter. I never felt worthy enough that I am even deserving of my kids to even be in their lives. Like, I'm not a worthy enough mother. And it's just like, and it's like going through just kind of looking at those trials, and it's like a big slap in your face. Like, you're not worthy enough to be in your son's life because you have a pass down of this that happens, and that's something they're going to use against you. And it's like, how come that we don't do real justice and put all the facts on the table about whether or not I'm in endangerment to be around him, or if I'm like, will be okay, and instead you just want to pick and prod at every little bone that may be in my skeleton to just rip it away, and to try to prove unworthiness. Why am I trying to be proved that I'm unworthy to be in my son's life in court? And I was like, that's the root problem of this. Unworthiness all the way from childhood. That I wasn't good enough in doing this. I wasn't good enough at doing that. I wasn't good enough at doing this. Same thing, not to poke and prod on my relationships. Same thing. I wasn't good enough doing this. I wasn't good enough doing that. I felt like I wasn't doing enough here. And it's like, wow, I found that very interesting, especially, let alone having 4 Capricorn placements in my chart. And I'm doing Capricorn reading. Oh, and by the way, I did not finish reading this. So, so I thought that was like mind-blowing. And I was like, I can't even put this up. I'm like, this is meant to actually be played out in my reading. And I was like, that's freaking wild to me because I didn't even pick it out. I wasn't even going to get those cards. I haven't been. And my cat was like, no, you're using this card. I was like, wow, I love animals. I love life like that. I love playing with life like that. It makes things more interesting. It makes me feel literally loved. Like, yeah, you can feel loved in certain aspects, but when it comes to like certain things that like, like the higher essence of the consciousness of life wants to give you a message itself and does it through an animal of all things, that's when you sit there and you go, okay, I listen. I listen. And so we still have this card right here. Because a cat said no. You need this card. Okay. All right. The blue medicine signifies the deep water of your emotions, and your prey is an inferior sense of well-being and worthiness. Like this great bird in flight, once your prey is found, you set your wings to soar high above it, determining where next you will plunge. Let this be your time of healing. Raise your spirits to the sky. Yeah. I was like, damn, is this like, and it's 9. It's number 9. And for a lot of you that like to know that, like, that follow in the numerology of doing card readings, is 9 is like that last step, that mental torment last step into the 10, the completion, the ending into the new beginning. So Capricorns, I know the feeling, a feeling as if, what, I'm only like right here, one more step just to complete this crap. And it's like, yes, just one more step to complete this crap, to have it have its own natural completion, and to literally find the patience to flow while it's trying to complete itself, and to even have the energy to listen and be open for the message behind it, just so that you don't have to magically somehow repeat a cycle. We should not have to worry about this. Okay, all right, and that's cool. But at the same time, it's like, the hardest part is at times coming from nothing. Some people coming from nothing, working so hard to make something into something. And somehow have the patience to let it work itself out, but yet still put the work into it for it to have itself work out. And knowing where to put enough work into something or where not to put enough work into something, when to take a break, and when to cut certain things out. So, we are worthy, Capricorns. Let's just move on before I get any deeper. Because boy, do I get freaking deep. Especially those of you that's been with me since the beginning. Oh, you know I get deep. Those of you that's seen some videos I have had to delete. You're like, oh, this one has a mouth. Oh, I sure do. I find so much amusement out of it. All right, Capricorn. I hope you enjoyed that laugh, by the way. Woosah, right? What other messages do we have for our lovely, beautiful Capricorns? And I might actually do 4 readings today. So the readings I have for tomorrow, I'm going to actually probably do them today, because I really want to do something for my birthday. I don't want to worry too much about getting 2 readings out. And I wonder what the universe has as a surprise for me. Especially with the cards that I got. That was really cool. You and your loved ones are safe. A new romantic cycle begins. An assessment. Capricorn. Oh wow, it gave me just the exact amount of cards that I needed. That's wild how that does that. Interesting. See, I love doing y'all's reading Capricorns because it's like with me having 4 placements in it and it being my moon sign, so that's like my hidden aspect groundings of myself that no one usually can see within, but I'm really good at seeing people's moon signs. So this is really good. Y'all are about to like come into some serious like cat's got your tongue kind of like level up, because oh man, this is cool. I wonder if I can show y'all. Let's see. Okay. That's not the best, but all right. Now, well, that's a light energy too. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 light singers, lights, and stuff like that. And that's one of a kind of like a higher arcana. That's a light too. So you have more. You have 6. But I see these more as like enlightenment, enhancement of your life, of yourself. Okay, so this is literally what I feel is like you hit some kind of like understanding of worthiness. Okay, especially with that being up there, you hit some kind of understanding with worthiness, and you go into like an intense illumination of healing of like your spiritual understanding, your mind's eye and your heart kind of like opening, going into an extreme wild potential of things unfolding, I feel, before your very own eyes, that like literally like catches your speech, like cat's got your tongue, like it's like unexpected. And it's you literally fall into like union with this. So for some of you, it's like you're literally coming into like healing of your own shadows, because this is the overall energy. So healing of your own shadows and like bondages, and really moving forward, because you do also have moving forward, and under that you have bravery and strength into this moving forward for this union. So for some of you, this is a union coming in with a lot of trust being added to the table. I feel this is awareness of trust being given. This is an awareness of like understanding of boundaries, trust, unconditional giving and receiving, like an imbalance of giving and receiving. Okay, and knowledge of consciousness and an empowerment about this union, and passage through new trial and triumphing to a new level. I feel about how you go about your daily life, about how you do things. You both are going to be coming into more of a team aspect about all of this. You're helping each other show each other's your worthiness by, having balance in like working together with everything to acquire both of your passions, okay, and to create it into really like to create it into it's like its own baby between the both of you. Okay, it's like you bring both the projects together. Okay, I like doing it this way. I always have. Okay, so to bring both of them together, this is why I hold up the cards. Anyway, I get distracted. So as you were able to see that, that's cool. I'm glad that worked. Kind of. Y'all got to see the layout, what I was looking at, because I thought it's interesting how you have that enlightenment within yourself with that healing, which has like, which amplifies the shamanic power right here. And this actually, technically by the book, it amplifies the rest of the energy that's around it. And you literally, like, it's like you come to the light at the end of the tunnel, you come to the light at the end of the tunnel. So that's what I feel this card is. And then right when you get in there, it's like light energy cards after light energy cards. Speaking about unity, I mean, and trust, synthesis, spiritual empowerment, the triumphing to a new level, passage through trial, like completing, going into your completion. Interesting. So with the way this is laid out, you might actually ending your 9 and or had been going through your 9, and now everything is being completed in its 10, at which the 10 would be the doorway, but then you're passing through the doorway into your own, well, because you do have 9 here too, but you have your 1, which is your oneness, and then that you the 13, well, you got 1 plus 3, which equals 4. That's that balance in your own spiritual home with yourself. And that's where I see it. It's like, you know, your higher self enlightening and becoming conscious within your or your subconscious becoming conscious in its own levels. Because it's like we reach to be more conscious with our subconscious and understand our subconscious. Well, at least I do. And so that we are always consciously aware and like, so it's like more of knowing yourself and understanding the directions into things. And I feel that's your passage through this trial and what you are passing through the doorways, because I don't think you're just going to the doorway. You're passing through this doorway. It's like a 5-second 10 card, because it's like I feel like the 10 card is this doorway. You are just now getting to this doorway. You're going to easily pass through this doorway, because it's like because the door is open for you. It's almost like a hall for you. Okay, Capricorns, let's get some more cards. Okay, I'm going to bring out my favorite deck. It's Divination of the Ancients and Dream Animal. Divination of the Ancients and Dream Animals. Okay. I've seen Divination of the Ancients on YouTube. I have not seen my Dream Animal cards. And I have actually saw one of my Oracle Unicorn card decks on YouTube, but I haven't seen the deck my mom gave me, which was Trust Your Own Vibes deck. I've not seen that deck on there. And Crystal Wisdom cards. I haven't seen that deck on there either. Okay, so yeah, this is destined to happen. There is literally no way you're going to miss this, okay? This is like being created to happen in the way it was always meant to happen. It was like you've went through literally every little baby step, every little hurdle, every little side step just to get you to this point, because it took all of that to have this door, okay? And that's what I'm seeing, is certain parts of it is a little bit fragmented, but I feel it comes with the feeling of like not being worthy enough. And it's like, I don't feel like you necessarily feel like you're not worthy enough. I feel as if it's like childhood imprinted wounds that you just aren't good enough for this, that, or another. And it's fragmented because it's like you think you're a monkey, but you're actually a fish. And I feel that's where that fragmentation's coming from. Okay, Capricorn? Is the only thing that the pure potential in this, because it is clarifying this pure potential card, the pure potential in this is to realize you're a fish and be a fish, not a monkey. Because you ain't going to get up that tree. And you'll die trying. And to be happy with being a fish and not a monkey. And if you're more like a bird, enjoy flying, then have to stay on the ground crawling. Because you got a better view. Like, enjoy those certain aspects. This is interesting. There's concealment. Concealment about something. What would this be? That is going to be said. You're going to get news of something. And it's going to literally help pull both you forward into fixing your wings, per se. Kind of like lifting up your wings and being like, you can fly. You're not a monkey. You don't have to climb. But it takes a specific kind of like this information to literally like be like into the light, kind of like metaphorically, kind of into calmness. Being able to just, it's like having a sense of peace and calmness in yourself because of just like being able to see the clarity behind everything. And that's where that, for some of you, if this is not a relationship, if this is like a relationship type thing coming in, someone is going to tell you something, you're going to remain extremely calm. And then it's like instant unity through all of this after everything is spoken. For some of you, this is just like you get clarity about things. You literally turn into the definition of calmness itself and peace within yourself. You literally become your own spiritual home with yourself. And you then fall into trust and knowing of the consciousness of life. And really being able to have true loyalty in yourself, having balance, and seeing the power you have, like, as being a bird or as being the monkey, the power you have over that monkey, or as being the bird, as being the monkey, as being the fish, and the power that you have in your own little way over the monkey, because the monkey can't breathe in water. The monkey tries to go breathe in water, the monkey's gonna drown. Okay? That's the fish's job. Monkey, go climb trees. That's your job. Bird, go fly. You know? And it's like you fall in love. Like instant love of loyalty into this. And you then not just become calmness, you are a balanced being in this as well. And then it's no longer fragmented because it's no longer seen as a fragmented, technically as a fragmentation of yourself. Message. Like I said, I think it's a message coming in that's helping you be able to, fix all this. It's a message coming in about all this. Oh, man. Focus. Stay focused in the direction that's like, that calls on your heart. No matter what. Don't give up. Because this is for you. And you are worthy enough for it. You are perfect for it. You are made just for it. because you have the knowledge for it. You work so hard for it. You have this knowledge. You are worthy enough to be able to really express this knowledge. Okay? And don't forget the law of authenticity with yourself. You don't have to pretend to be anything other than you. You don't have to do things a little bit differently just because you're working with this person. Like, they can do things the way they need to do it, and you can do things the way you need to do it, and both of y'all can come to a compromise about it and meeting each other in the middle on it. And that keeps both areas of the law of perception in your own build of your authenticity and being able to stay true and focus within your authenticity. All right, Capricorn, I'm going to get y'all some crystal wisdom cards. Healthy body. That's interesting. Healthy body. Every little cell in my body is happy and healthy. Love. I am love, and love is me. And strength. I am strong in mind, body, and spirit. And that's that one. Okay, what other ones? Capricorn. Ooh, Capricorn. Awesome. Look at that. Success. I am successful. I am successful in all that I do. That's awesome. And you got it again. I am love, and love is me. That's awesome. All right, Capricorns, that is all I have for you. Thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Subscribing greatly helps to improve the channel. And if you hit that notification, the bell right there next to the subscribe button, that will notify you of every time I go live. All right. And if you wouldn't mind, please definitely sharing on your social media. You never know who that might see this, that it will be able to help them in their direction as well. So thank y'all so much, and hopefully I'll be able to see y'all next week. Goodbye, Unicorn out.